Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Aaron here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at some of the new features Microsoft has included in the new Windows 11 22H2 version. Stay tuned. So Microsoft has improved Windows 11 greatly with the 22H2 release, and they have added a couple of useful features to the start menu. So here in the start menu, one of those features is organizing your pinned apps into folders. We're all familiar with this feature in our smartphones and tablets, and Microsoft has finally included it in Windows 11. It's a really nice and clean way of organizing your apps into folders by dragging one app onto the other, just like so. And you can add as many of your pinned apps as you want to it by simply dragging and dropping them into the folder. And you can also give it a unique name by clicking on the edit name part. I'm gonna name mine tools. And apart from giving your start menu a clean and organized look, it also gives you more room to then go ahead and pin more of your frequently used apps to the start menu. And if you no longer want the folder, you just open the folder and remove each app by dragging them out of it. And once there is only one app left in the folder will be deleted. The other new feature in the start menu is the option to personalize the way the start menu looks by changing between having more pinned apps and less recommendations, or more recommendations and less pinned apps. This option was not available in the 21H2 version, as it gave equal amounts of room for both pinned apps and recommendations. To change this, open the settings app and go to the personalization option, and then go to start, and you will see three layouts to choose from. I have mine on more pinned apps as it gives me more room to pin my apps to, but you can also choose the default or the more recommendations options according to your preference. This is another nice to have feature Microsoft has added, and it gives you that little more control over the way you want to personalize your computer. Microsoft has also updated the taskbar in Windows 11 22H2, but these are not completely new features as you would expect. In fact, they are old features we were used to in previous Windows releases before. For some reason, Microsoft opted out to exclude them from the initial release of Windows 11. So the first one is return of the right-click option to open Task Manager from the taskbar. This seemingly very simple yet very effective feature has gotten the majority of Windows users raging at Microsoft for excluding it from the initial release of Windows 11. But Microsoft has since listened to its users and has now brought it back to Windows on the 22H2 version. It's a really simple and useful feature to open Task Manager straight from the taskbar instead of having to click Ctrl plus Shift plus Escape keys on the keyboard. Another feature Microsoft has reintroduced back to Windows in this 22H2 update is the ability to drag and drop items to minimize apps on the taskbar. This is yet another very useful feature we're used to in previous Windows releases, and it was a major setback for the initial release of Windows 11 for not having it. And instead, users were forced to having both apps opened side by side to be able to drag and drop items between them. But it's now back in Windows 11 22H2, and it's really great and very convenient to have this feature back. The last updated feature relating to the taskbar that we're going to cover is pinning apps to the taskbar by dragging and dropping them from the applications drawer. And this was another feature Microsoft has removed from the initial 21H2 release of Windows 11. And instead, users were forced to right-click on the desired app to pin it to the taskbar. But Microsoft has now reversed that decision and brought back the feature in the 22H2 release. And We still can't drag items from the main start menu to pin them to the taskbar. This feature is only available from the applications drawer. So you still need to find and locate your application from there to then drag and drop it to the taskbar. But it's still an improvement from the 21H2 version, which doesn't even let you do it from there. So it's a step in the right direction for the Windows 11 in that aspect. One of the major updates to Windows 11 in the 22H2 release has been to the Windows Explorer, and the most anticipated tab, the Explorer, is finally here. Many users, including myself, have been looking forward for this feature to be included in Windows. I have talked about this feature in my previous video on how to install Windows 11 22H2 on unsupported computers. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll put a link to it down in the description box, and I'll also put up a card for it on this video. So basically, as its name suggests, tabbed Windows Explorer is a very neat way of having your Explorer windows tabbed inside a single window instead of opening multiple ones. It saves you screen room and also lots of computer resources while you are multitasking between multiple Explorer windows. It works just like tabs work on browsers, and you can copy or move files between them. One feature Microsoft should add to it though is the ability to drag a tab out of its window to open it in a window of its own, or to drag tabs from one window to another. That feature isn't yet available now. All in all though, it's a really great feature that Microsoft has added to Windows 11. So we all know Microsoft has redesigned the context menu strip in Windows 11, and while it's looking really nice, one thing many users stated about it is that it doesn't show all the options right there. So if you wanted to see those hidden options, you have to click on show more options after you right clicked on an item, and that was really annoying. And while Microsoft hasn't fixed that issue completely, they have however provided a shortcut for it in the 22H2 release. So instead of right clicking on an item and then selecting the show more options, you can now right click on an item while holding the shift key on the keyboard, and that will automatically open the more options context menu strip instead of opening the basic one and then you having to click on the more options. And while it is a nice fix for now, I really do hope Microsoft addresses this issue in future updates. Before we continue to the next feature, if you are finding my contents to be helpful and informative, please consider becoming a member by subscribing and also like the video. It will really help my channel to grow and reach a wider range. And if you have any ideas or suggestions about my videos, please leave a comment for me down below, and I'll make sure to tailor my videos accordingly. Thank you, and now let's continue with the video. Another nice feature in Windows 11 is Snap Layout, and while Snap Layout isn't particularly new to the 22H2 version, they have added this new pop-out that appears while you drag your windows around in 22H2, in addition to the previous way, which was hovering over the maximize button. One thing that is nice about this new pop-out is it gives you this nice preview of how your windows will look when you hover over the different options. And while this isn't such a big upgrade like the tabbed windows, I feel like it deserves a mention in this video. Live Captions is a new accessibility feature Microsoft introduced in the 22H2 release of Windows 11. And what it does is it basically provides captions for any spoken content on your device, which can be super helpful, especially for people with hearing disabilities. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like. So you'll be greeted with the caption window like this when you open up live captions, and it's where it will display the captions. It doesn't require your PC to be online to work. Captions are automatically generated on device from any content with audio. So let's go ahead and open up something with audio and see how well it works.
Windows 8 has reached end of life, and unlike what happened with Windows 7, Microsoft has been very clear that there will be no extensions. It is going away, and it is going away forever. But who cares, am I right? Even at its...
So, as you just saw, it works really well, and it doesn't seem to make any mistakes. In addition, you can also get captions from an open microphone, which can be helpful during in-person conversations. To do that, go to the settings option on the top right corner of the captions window and go to caption options and select include microphone audio. So now it will start captioning also from your microphone and also from your computer. And as you can see, it really does a great work of captioning your audio from both your microphone and your computer. Okay, so you can also resize the caption window or set its position to the top or bottom of the screen, or have it in a floating window, which I like it better in. And you can also personalize the experience by changing its theme in the settings. To do that, open the settings window, or you can select the caption style option from the caption windows option menu. And from here, you can choose one from the premier themes. Or you can click on the edit button right here. That will take you to this theme editing menu, and from here you can tune in the text background and window to your own specific likings. This is just a generalized dimension of this new live captions tool. I'm sure you'll find many more awesome features about it if you dig a little deeper, and I can say it being a very, very useful tool. Voice access is a new feature in Windows 11 that enables everyone, including people with mobility disabilities, to control their PC and author text using only their voice and without an internet connection. Although you will be prompted to download voice access language files to be used by the on-device speech recognition when you turn on voice access for the first time. But after that, an internet connection is not required, and you will be able to use the voice access to perform various tasks like opening and switching between apps, browsing the web, reading and altering documents using your voice, and so much more. You can view all the commands you can use in voice access from here. This guide includes different commands that you can use for different scenarios. You can try them out and get familiar with them. I won't be going deeper as most of the commands here are straightforward, but I want to show you two commands that I found to be very useful in interacting with any controls and objects displayed on your screen. Let me open up a window here and show you how these controls work. So on a window with many controls like this, you can use the command show numbers here to let voice access number the controls, and you can then choose the specific ones you want. Let's go ahead and give it a go. Voice access, wake up. Show numbers here. Show numbers here. 12. Voice access sleep. And to move the mouse pointer to a specific location and interact with controls, you can use the command show grid here. Voice access will then display a grid with numbers, and you can then specify to which location to move the pointer to. Let's try that out. Voice access, wake up. Show grid here. 3. 3. 2. Undo that. 4. Click. voice access sleep. So as you can see, it's a very powerful tool that you can use to interact with the computer using your voice. It works very well, and it's also full of features that you can explore more. Clipchamp is a lightweight video editing software which was acquired by Microsoft back in September of 2021, and now it comes pre-installed in 22H2. It's a great video editor if you're creating social media assets, videos for your business, or if you're jumping into content creation for the first time. Think of it as Canva for videos. It's very easy to use in a way that its interface doesn't overwhelm beginners like other big names out there do. And most of its magic lies in the very extensive template library it has, but it lacks any real effects, and nor will it serve the needs for full-time video editors. I mean, it's nowhere near as powerful as Premiere Pro, Final Cut, or Power Director. But even though it's not competing with the more powerful video editors anytime soon, it's effective as a content marketing tool if you're making assets for social media, with its vast library of templates for just about every platform that comes to mind. And it's also a nice place to start if you're looking for a video editor for beginners. You just select your template from the library for whatever platform it is you're editing your video for, and it's just a matter of replacing the assets in that template with your own, and doing a little bit of creative tweaking after that. So for those of you who are just getting into video editing for the first time, or if you're just looking for doing a quick and easy edit, you should definitely check it out, and I'm pretty sure you'll find it very sufficient for that. So those were the 7 basic new features of Windows 11 22H2 I found worth sharing. If you feel like there were other features I should have mentioned, let me know in the comments, and also support my channel by subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.